Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Testing. Good morning. Can you all hear me? Fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And what we're working on this morning, I really got to finish this quilt. And let's see here. Let me focus in my camera. And I just want to jump on and work on doing a live this morning so that I could get some of these quilt blocks done. Because I've been just completely so busy, as all of us have been busy. So let's see if I can get all this working and moving. Good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? So let's go ahead and get this on the road. And I forgot I had my machine hooked up for couching. I had it set up for couching. So I'm going to definitely have to change that. So let's see what we have. Okay, let's see here. Just trying to get my camera exactly right. And let that pick up. Let's see. Okay. Oh. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. Let me know if you can hear me okay. And I was trying to get my camera zooming. And what will happen will happen. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, now it's zooming in and out. It had to make some adjustments on its own. So let's go ahead and get the Avenir set up. That's just not quite set up yet. So let's go ahead and take care of that. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do here. So what I'm going to do, I had this all set up for couching the other day, so I'm going to have to set this up for embroidery. And we've got to change out I've got to change out that foot. Change out the couching foot for the W foot. And of course, this is what it looks like. Okay, so let's see what we have. And I hope I don't trip over any wires down here. So let's get that changed out. Let me find my little screwdriver there. Oh, here it is. So let's change this out. We're changing the foot out on the Avenir because I had it for couching. I was couching letters the other day, so we're just going to change it out and put in the embroidery foot. And then we'll go ahead and get stitching. And so what we're going to be working on this morning, and this is what the couching foot looks like there. What we're going to be working on this morning is we're going to be working on the Mylar quilt. Let me know if you can hear me okay. If you can put it in the chat, that would be great. Let's see here. We'll bring this up and see what we have on here. Change that. Can you hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Oh, that was easy to put on this embroidery foot. Very easy. So I'm going to show you what we're going to be working with this morning. And if you've been with me on this journey to finish this up, to finish up this quilt, I thought that I had actually completed a lot of these blocks. So this is by Pearly Gates, and this is what I'm working on here. And this is how the quilt is going to come out. These are the designs that I'm working on to finish up the quilt. So this morning, I think I'm going to work on something just really easy so I can go ahead and get it done. And we'll work on the best man. And I thought I had completed the best man, but apparently not. So we'll work on the best man right here. And let me just go through and show you real quickly some of the blocks that I have completed. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's go ahead and calibrate our machine. And you've got to calibrate it to keep it on, to make sure it will work for you. I forgot about it. Had been couching. Okay, so let's go ahead and add in our hoop. And just show you what I'm going to be working with. This is, of course, I told you about Purely Gates, and we're going to be using Mylar. And this is the Mylar right here. It's really beautiful. So this is what we're working on. Just type this in. Let me go ahead and pick out my threads. Okay, so let's see here. Let me see if I can get over here to the threads. I feel like I'm doing a juggling act this morning. Sometimes it takes a lot. Okay, so let's get the threads going over here. And let me see which design I'm working on first. And I think I was going to work on the best man design. And once again, that's the best man design. So I'll be working with black and blue. And I'm going to show you how this works. Has this one got any Mylar? That one doesn't have any Mylar in it. Oh, no, it doesn't. So we're going to switch gears here. And what we're going to do is work on the groom, because it does have Mylar on it. And it's all black and whatever color, maybe a gray. Black, gray, and white is what that one is. So I've got my threads over here. These are the ones that we're going to maybe choose. I haven't decided which one I want to choose between that. So let's see. And get the white thread out. I feel like I'm just juggling and running a race this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, you can hear me. Fantastic. Thank you this morning. Oh, you New Jersey. How's the weather there? Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Oh, it's your first live with me. I'm so happy. Thank you for tuning in. Sharita, that's a beautiful name. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Sharita, I'm going to show you what I'm working on this morning. If you have not been with me before, I'm working on this quilt for my granddaughter to finish it up. And I'm going to just show you this Mylar. I don't know if you'll be able to see this here. Let's see. This is what it looks like. And this is the same color of her bouquet here. And this is one here. So you can also tune into some of my other videos, and it should have my working on the Mylar as well, or working with it. So the first thing that we're going to do, we'll go ahead and get started. And I just decided the last minute that I would come on and do this live. So it was definitely not anything that was planned. So I do appreciate you just dropping in and joining me this morning. Oh, it's raining this morning. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you like it. Oh, yeah, I'm from Georgia and it is hot here. Okay, so let's see what we got. And you'll see me play around with the camera because I'm still getting accustomed to all of this, playing with it. So let's see if I hope I have the pattern already in here. So let's go and see if we got it here. And I hope it's here. So what I'm going to do is go down to our pocket. What type of projects are you working on? Okay, and let's see. And I hope I've added all of those on there. If not, then I'm going to have to add it on. But we should be able to get that done without a problem. So it's probably reading through all my different designs that I have on here. So let's see if I have this here. And I do. Thank goodness. So we're doing the groom. And we might have to switch if I don't have the groom in here. The mother, the groom. And that'll be my luck that I don't have the groom in here. So let's see what we have. I have the hubby and the groom's, best man. We might have to shift gears again. I have everyone else in here except the groom, looks like it to me. So let's take a look at what we have. Not a problem. We can always switch gears. Let's see if we got the matron of honor in here. Bridesmaids, hubby. Okay, let's matron of honor. Good morning, good morning. And I thought I had put them all in here. So we'll go with the mother of the groom. Where is she? I just saw her. Okay, let's see. Hubby. Where did I see her at? Mother of the groom. So we're going to work on the mother of the groom. We had to switch gears here. This is the one we're going to work on. Okay. And this is how the quilt should look once we finish it. Good morning. Good morning. Tell me where you're watching from. Oh, Sharita, you're working on a wall hanging quilt. Oh, okay. You're very new to sewing and embroidery. Oh, well, I hope you can learn something here. I do have a couple lessons on there. And maybe can give you some ideas and everything. So that would be great to be able to work with you on that, because I remember what it was like whenever I was new. Okay, so let's go ahead now that we've found our design on here. So what we're going to do is tell it to set. Now it's telling me on here on my monitor, I'm going to back it up a little bit. I wanted you to be able to see everything. So let's try and do this. So here is telling me the size of it and everything. And then this is my picture. So I think what I'm going to do is edit this and rotate it. So I'm going to go to edit. And then I'm going to go over here to rotate. Let's get the camera right. Okay. And rotate it 90 degrees. So it fits on. So there it is there. Okay. So now I think I have everything done, and I always trace. You're always supposed to trace, because if you don't trace, you don't want any mishaps of running into your needle bar, which could cost a lot of money to be fixed. So what I'm going to do is tell it okay. And now I want to go through and trace it. And how I trace it on my machine is I just go through. I want to look at it on the bed of the sewing machine. So now that I'm just looking at it on the bed, you can see here, right there. There it is. It looks really cute, but still I haven't traced it. So we want to trace it to make sure that it clear all of these the side of your hoop. So let's go through here, and what I do just real quickly, come up to the top, and then I'm gonna tell it to trace it for me. And so it'll start tracing. And let me go back again and tell it to play and trace. So now it's tracing it for me. So everything is on there. Now this is an upgrade on the luminaire. We used to have to move it just with our fingers, but now it's got this on here where we can just trace it, and it traces all the way over. Okay, I'm gonna trace it once more to make sure. Yeah, so it all fits in the hoop. And that's always be careful about doing that. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. And let me show you just how the Mylar works, because we're doing the mother of the groom. And if you noticed on this picture here, we've got a green dot and a red dot. And the green dot says place a Mylar after the color change has stitched out. So that means you will put down your Mylar sheet once that has stitched out. And let me just go ahead and show you the Mylar sheet once more. And this stuff lasts such a long time because I am still on this one packet, but I ordered more of the Mylar. If you're interested in the Purely Gay, this is the website. Okay, and so here we go here. This is what it looks like, just that iridescent paper. But you can iron and wash this, and it's fine, okay? So what you do right here, what you do is after the green color has printed out, this is, and that's maybe a gray color there, you will add your Mylar. And then the red dot means you remove it once the last color change is printed where it has been indicated there. So this is how you do the Mylar. But we'll go through the process and you'll get a chance to see it. Fantastic. So if you have any questions for me, just ask. Okay. So I'm ready to embroidery. Okay, so now what it does here, I'm going to go ahead and change my hoop size to make sure. And I should have done that earlier on. This is where I change my hoop size here. So I'm going to change it to, I'm working in an 8x8 hoop. So it still fits in an 8x8 hoop. That's good. So now I'm going to tell it I'm ready to embroidery. Bring it back a little bit so you can see. And so now it tells me right up here at the top, it will tell me how many stitches, how many colors, and then how many minutes it's going to take me to stitch this out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Enough of me talking so much. Okay, so here we go. And I'll try to bring you in closer so you can see what type of stitches that it's making. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. And the first color that it wants me to do is the gray. So let me go ahead and I am going to thread my machine. Sharita, what type of embroidery machine do you have? Okay, let's see. Here, I got a piece left in there. Oh, gotta have this in from last time. Oh, the Mylar is pretty. Oh, okay. Oh, you got a Brother SE630. Do you like it? That's good because I just for a travel machine I got the Brother 3550W, and I love that machine. The stitches are so beautiful and I really do like it. So people say, well, do you take your machine with you and work on your machine while you're on vacation? Yes. Because sometimes, you know, because when you're working with your machinery, it's just like just releasing any stress that you might have, but it just relaxes you. So I really like that. Okay, great. So now we've got, let's thread our needle. Bring up a little bit closer here. Bring this down a little bit more. Bring it up and down. Okay, there we go. Yes, you like the machine. It's great for newbies like myself. And it is. It's just straightforward. And there's no real, a lot of guesswork in there. And it probably have some really beautiful stitches too. So just enjoy what you have. Enjoy the moment. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get started and put my presser foot down and press the go button. We're ready to go. Okay. So what I usually do, Sharita, when I'm working on this, I usually have my paper tearaway under here too on the bottom. Sometimes I just tape it to the bottom of my hoop. Okay. But I didn't this morning. I was running a little late and I couldn't find my tape. You're always supposed to be prepared. So, but anyways, I couldn't find my tape. So what I did, just hooped it, you know, with the stabilizer and then the fabric that I'm using. So it should be okay because this is not maybe a real heavy stitching that's going to go on here. Okay. Okay, and this is what we have. All right, me and this camera are just not getting along this morning. Just wanted you to see that. Okay, so the next color here. I can't get the right angle that I'm wanting. Let me try this. I'm used to filming with my phone and all, but I wanted to try something different. And so, you know, every time you do something else a little bit different, there's always a learning curve, right? Okay. Because I want you all to see everything that I'm working on here. Okay, so the next color is Greyhound. So they didn't use a black, they use a really dark gray color. So I think I'm going to change it just a little bit. So let's read what we're going to do now is change our thread. And I think I'm going to try the darker gray and see what that's going to look like. That's what they're calling Greyhound. So I'm changing thread at the top over here. I'm standing up, changing the thread. Oops. So let's get our thread changing. This is the second thread changing that we have done this morning. Okay. Okay, here. There we go. Get my hand under here. Sometimes these areas are really tight. And let's get it going. Put my presser foot down. Now, and you can program your machine for your presser foot to always stay down. Instead of having to do your presser foot and the go button at the same time. Good morning, good morning. Make sure that you all like, and make sure you, if you don't mind for me, share. And I've got to tell you this, I'm so excited. We just got 700 subscribers. So only need 3 more to meet that 1,000 goal. And that's my goal to get 1,000 subscribers. So we just reached our 700 subscribers. But what I want to do is celebrate at every 100 increments. So 700 celebration this week. Hopefully next week at 100, at 800 will be another celebration. So if you all would, make sure you like, share, give me a thumbs up. If you found anything on here that you, if you learned, if there's anything that you want me to discuss or to demonstrate, please let me know. Drop it in the comment section. And I would love, love, love to hear from you. This is puckering just a little bit, and I probably should have, if I could have found my tape to put on the under the bottom here, the tearaway. So let's go ahead and go with the next color on here. So we're at 3 now, and it's calling for the white. So instead of using the start white, because the fabric is already white, I think I'm gonna use this sort of light gray here. Thank you, Sharita. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, we've got to help each other out, you know. We've got to stick together. Okay, so let's change thread. And I don't know if you've learned this little trick with changing your thread up here. I'm going to hold it up so you can see it without my having to cut it. You know how we usually cut the thread and everything, and just go through and cut it. So what I'm going to do, what I was taught by someone else that I was watching on YouTube. So if you take your thread a loose here and here, what happens, this is released, and it just slides right out, and you don't even have to worry about cutting it at all. So that piece of thread you can save. So that's another little tidbit, tip and trick that you could do. So let me go ahead and thread the needle. Okay. The design that you're working on, Sharita, who's the design by that you're working on? You say you're working on a wall hanging. Is it designed by Juju, Kimmerbell, or just something that you found that you really like that you're working on? And then what type of design is it? So let's go here. They put this cutter all the way over. And it's so hard to reach on this particular machine, but on my Luminaire, it was really easy to reach. So I'm going to try and thread it like this. I did it a little bit differently. And I'm going to just snip it here because it was so hard to get to. Okay. So let's go ahead and put our presser foot down and tell it to go. And so I use that one, a really light gray. Oh, you're welcome for the tip. You're welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all let me know where you are watching from this morning. Let me know where you're watching from. And let me know how the weather is there because it is so hot here. Yeah, looking for tape around here. Oh, another tip too, Sharita, like I bought this from the Dollar Tree. Let's see it right there. I bought this from the Dollar Tree, those little cups, that expandable cups, and that's what I keep all of my threads in. You know, everybody have their little way of how they keep their threads in. Okay, let's change it. Let's change the thread. Oh, it's not ready quite yet. It's still going around. And that one will print out for 7 minutes. Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. I always like shopping at the thrift shops. You can find some deals. Yeah, let me show you. So like this, like whenever you have to cut your threads in order, whenever you're changing your needles out, I have like several of these around the at all of my workstations. So then I just drop my threads in here, and then I have a machine that can take these threads and turn it into something that I can use on a flower or something like that. So I keep a lot of things. I don't throw anything away. So I keep those threads, and then I put those in a container so I can use them later on. Okay, just a little quick tip idea. Just my idea on how I do threads. So I did find some tape, and so what I'm going to do, this is the tape by Kimmerbell. I am going to, I don't want any puckering at all. And I see over. So what I'm going to do is start right here. And I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to take the tear away. And I hope this tape holds, because I like to use that masking tape. It is really strong, but I'm going to go ahead and use the Kimmerbell tape. It does a good job too. And I'm just going to tape this on the back of the hoop here. And let's see if it holds it down pretty good. So therefore, that'll help alleviate any puckering that you might have. So I'm just going to try and tape it down pretty good over here. And I don't know what I did with the masking tape. This is why you have to keep your sewing room clean. I have a hard time with that. I mean, I've got several projects already out from another project and another project and another project, and just don't ever put everything away. But when I get organized this time, you know how we say when we get organized this time, I'm going to make sure I keep everything clean. Now, will that happen? I don't know. but we'll try it and see. Okay, so let's flip this over and around. Actually, what I'm going to cut this part off right here because it's hanging over. So I'm going to cut that off some and trim it up a little bit. And this will keep your, whatever you're working on, this will keep it from being, from puckering. And I usually do this all the time, but like I said, I couldn't find the tape, but I just found some. So hopefully this will work out fine. But I do love that masking tape. Okay, here. And just holding it down on the end. And I want it to come up in my machine here. There we go. Okay, I got it on, so let's get started again. And I'll make sure I listen to it closely, so I won't have any problems. So I doubled this instead of cutting it in half. This is what I did. I doubled this, so. There we go. Let me back off a little bit. Okay. And we're almost ready to put it back under the needle. Sometimes you just have to improvise when you're working on a project. And you know, anytime you're working with your embroidery, you can always, if you don't like the fabric that you put on, all you have to do is go back and rewind and put another piece of fabric over and keep it moving. Okay, so here we go. So I've got it in. I've got it taped down. So let's put it in again. And we're going to back it up a couple of stitches. I back it up by 10 stitches. Till it okay. Press a foot down. And let's go with it again. Okay, so now we're ready to get started. That'll give it a little bit more stability on the back end. You try to clean up after each section to keep it. I know, it's so hard. It's so hard for me to do. And someone says, okay, so if you want to keep your sewing room clean, just clean up a section in so many days. So, and I may try that because it's overwhelming to just try to clean up the whole sewing room for me, that is. I've got to do better though. Okay. I've got to do better. So that's going to be pretty color with that light gray instead of that white on white. So I have this in here. Is there anything, Sharita, you would like to see me demonstrate at a later date, in a later time? If so, think about it and just let me know. So this particular one takes about 7 minutes for it to stitch out. And we're at color 3, which is that Greyhound color. That's what we're calling it. And then our machine, of course, lets you know which step you're on if you're working with any other designs, or just let you know what color step that you're on. So we've only used up 6 minutes of our time of the 47 minutes to print this completely out. Oh, the 3D puff? Okay, I'll put that on the list. That might be one of our next lessons. Yeah, I'll put that on there. That should be really pretty. And we can just, we can just lay it down, and doesn't necessarily, do you want it to sit on a cap? It doesn't matter how. Because we can try both. We can just put it on the bed of the sewing machine and just lay it down, maybe on a shirt and puff out on the shirt. That would be pretty. Oh, you're welcome. I don't mind at all. that keeps me going and to do different things too. Because whenever I first got my husband bought me a luminaire, and he wanted to buy the luminaire for me. I didn't want the luminaire. Actually, I didn't even want a sewing machine because I didn't sew. So, but he kept saying, oh, you can learn how to make quilts. And I was like, you don't understand. I don't know how to sew a straight line. But I fell in love with it. So here I am. So yeah, I'll be happy to do that. So we have what? Maybe to color. On here, it shows the color 8 before we even put down the Mylar on here. So right now we're at 3. Thank you all for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Y'all help me celebrate today. We did 700. I'm trying to get to our 1,000. So I am so elated and so happy. Make sure you share, like, and follow. And leave some comments and let me know some things that you want to learn. So I'm glad that I went back and put down the tearaway in the back here, because now it's stitching out the bow tie, and it really did help alleviate any puckering there. So you can see it right there. Oh, I'm glad about that. So I'm over here picking out the next color of thread that we're going to use. So I can't even remember the blues that I used. And when I'm working on projects too, I should have written down my colors, because sometimes I just like to fly by the seat of my pants, and I really should have written the colors down, because now I'm searching around for blues. If I had just written it down, I would have known the exact color, but I did not. So now I've got to play guessing, because I want that color to match. Let me show you. I want that color of blue to match here on that Mylar color. That's exactly what I want that one to match there. So I've got to find a blue similar to that so it can match. Now this one I am really proud of here. Okay, this one. See if you can see that. And this is for my granddaughter's wedding, and she gets married September 13th. So I'm out here trying to print it out, stitch everything out, and this is how she's wearing her hair too for the wedding. And then let me see if I can back off. And she doesn't know. This is going to be a surprise. She doesn't even know this. Let's see if we can lay it down. Just trying to show it to you a long ways away. There we go. Yeah. So, but anyways, that's one of my favorite ones. Okay, so we're done stitching that one out. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And our next color, we're at color 4. Oh, thank you. So we're at color 4, and it is calling for white again. So what I'm going to do is stitch out. I don't know if I'm going to do the white. I think I'm going to still do that gray color instead of the white color. Well, Let me go ahead and follow the guidelines here. I think I will do the white. We'll see how it comes out. Because the lady that designed this, she said, try and follow her colors as close as you can. So since she said white, this time I'll go with white. And let's see what it looks like. Okay. Because it does have this gray trim around here, so that will make the white stand out a little bit. And then we'll use that darker gray for the next color. Okay, so let's see. We're at step 4 in the thread change. I'm changing the thread to white thread. Okay, and let's thread our needle. Okay, so we got that one going. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. And the white should print maybe for 3 minutes. That should print out. We'll stop it here and always want to double check on the back because I want to make sure that my yeah, that's what I was afraid of. You have to be really careful about that tape. That's why I wanted the masking tape, because it is so strong. And it doesn't really rub up against anything. So if I can find it, would be great. So let's see here. Try that now. Let's go with that. Okay, let's see what we have. Good morning, good morning. So this is outlining it in the white thread here. And let's see. Can you see it okay, Sharita? Okay, there we go. I'm going to make sure you can see it okay. And the next thing when we go over, it probably would be that darker gray. That's going to be at color number 4. I'm sorry, it's at 4, now it's going to be at 5. And that's really going to make that color pop. But I can't wait until you see the Mylar on here, because that truly makes a huge difference with that Mylar there. You can't see the white stitching that well, can you? That's why I didn't sort of want to choose that white. But I think when that darker gray comes up, and I'm going to use this color here, you'll be able to really see it pop then. So I almost started to use a little bit of a darker thread there. But I think she was trying to get that 3D effect. But wait until that gray comes up next, and I think you'll see that 3D effect that it was going for like this. Oops, let me back it up. See how that 3D effect is there? With that white trimming going in here with that darker thread. So I think that's what the effect that she was, when she digitized it, what she was trying to get. Back to it. When I finish up and go to the Dollar Tree this morning, I am going to buy 5 masking tape threads, about 5 of them. So I have it at each workstation. Sometimes it doesn't matter how many you buy, you just got to make sure that you put it back. So I'm going to really try and do that. Yeah, so now it's almost time to change because it took 3 minutes to print. I think it took 3 minutes to print that one out. So we're at, the white is 5 and the color is going to use the Greyhound color again. Let me see what else we got. But it's coming together nicely. I like it. Mother of the Groom. And the mother is going to be in blue. That's going to be a darker gray. Let's see. So you can see sort of like what it's looking like there. Okay. So it is coming together with that 3D effect on there. Yeah, the darker outline would have definitely made it pop more. Sometimes when you make decisions like that, sometimes you have to go with what you thought in the first place, but we'll see how it comes out. But the Mylar is what really makes everything pop together. Okay, so let's see what we have. Okay, so now it's time to change color. And let's see what we're going to put a darker color down there. Let me see. I want to take this out as well also to make sure that this is not sticking. And it's doing great. So let's change the thread. Okay. Let's change our thread color. And we're going to change it to fantastic. So we're going to change it to just the same color of the tie, which is a gray color too. But when I get ready to print out the groom, it's going to be in a much darker thread color. Okay. Let's see here. Here we go. Oh my goodness, I hate they put this all the way back here. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. Okay, so now this is what it's printing now. This part here. And I thought my gray color was going to be a little bit darker because they have theirs a little bit darker. And it's going to take about 1 minute and then we'll go on and go with the chrome color next. So we're at color number 5. Okay, so we're at color 5 now, which is going to take 1 minute for that one to print out. And it's a chrome color, so I'm going to use a different color gray here. Let's change out our thread. And remember, we said we'll change out our thread this way that we just learned today. Just gonna undo it at the top, bring it around, just like when you thread it. When you get to here, it releases it, and you can just pull it straight through. Okay. And so therefore you don't have to cut your thread, cut your thread and then pull it through. When you unthread it, then it just yes. Hey. What time? Okay, then bye. Just got a phone call from my daughter. Kids always asking you to do stuff. I don't mind. Since I'm retired, I can do that now. Okay, so let's see what we have. Okay. Okay. Thread our needle. Press the foot down. And tell it to go. So here we're going. We're at color number 6. Well, that didn't take long. That didn't even take a minute. That was just a few seconds. Oh, what brand of thread that I'm using? I use several different. I use the Madura, and then I use some of the pace setter. I think it is. I use the Brother thread, and I've started using Glide, and I really like that. Actually, I want to buy all the Glide thread so I can have all the colors because it really works well with my machine. So I like that a lot. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the blue color because now it's going to print the mother's name at the top, or just mother. Okay, let me find my blue. So I'm going to use this color blue. So let me go ahead and thread the needle. Blue should print out for about 6 minutes. It said the sapphire color. And I didn't write down what color blue I was using, so it won't be right up on it. I'll be hanging up anyway. So when that Mylar hit it, it may turn a different color because the color sort of changed a little bit from that Mylar. Let's see. But yeah, I really like that thread color. And then it was another color when I've got my 3550 machine. And the guy from Ken's Sewing, oh my goodness, it takes too much for me now. The guy from Ken's Sewing sent me 40 thread spools because they were out of the ones that they initially had put together for that packet. And they were supposed to be the little teeny weeny ones. Okay, so you use the fluorine. Okay. And the Glide too. You want to try the Glide. The Glide is really good. I like it. And so he sent me those colors and I was so happy. It was Exquisite brand. And he sent me 40 of those Exquisite brand and I was tickled pink. I was so happy. Okay, so let's go ahead and stitch this one out. And now we're right here. Some people left, so y'all have a good morning. So we'll see how that goes. And it says sapphire, but I'm using a different color. I probably could have used. I'm wondering if this color here would have matched more. It's sort of hard to tell. I don't know. We will see. But that's more of a baby blue color than a sapphire looking color. But I know what I'll do. because when I put the Mylar on there, because now we're at color number 6, and so the Mylar is getting ready to go on as well. Okay. Oh, and if anyone, I forgot to let you all know too, I am an affiliate of what is it, Sotec. So if you're looking for some really nice magnetic hoops, they've got some nice ones they had sent me, and I did a demonstration on one, and I have a coupon code that if you're looking for some really magnetic hoops and don't want to spend an arm and a leg, I demonstrated the 10 by 6, and so I'm assuming demonstrating a 2 by 2, 5 by 7, and a 4 by 4. But this is what it looks like here. I love it. It's really nice. It's not even nearly half the cost of what all those other hoops cost. And it's a good product. I like it a lot. So just only if you're interested, or if you sometimes people would just want to have a magnetic hoop so they can put things together real quickly. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let me bring you up closer so you can see it a little bit better. So we printed out the word. We're almost about to make it. Won't be too long before we put down the Mylar. And we're just printing the word mother on there, and then it wants us to use sort of like the dove gray. I know they're gonna do that over the groom. We'll see. Maybe it's not the mother that's going to have the that color blue. Maybe it's the groom is going to have the Mylar on it. I was thinking it was the mother going to have the Mylar. Oh, I forgot to tell you the weight of the thread. I think it's 40 weight. Yeah, 40. So it's a 40 weight thread. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. So, Sharita, how far along are you with your wall project? Are you almost done? Or you still have a long ways to go? Oh, you're almost done. Oh, I can't wait to see a picture of it. Are you posting on YouTube or TikTok or Facebook or anything like that? I'm going to use a much darker gray for the groom whenever I print out the groom. I think also I'm going to go live on TikTok this morning as well. I haven't been live on TikTok for a while. And I still post, but I have not gone live because I've been trying to meet these goals through YouTube before they change over February 1st. So I've been posting and videoing and filming since I already do this all the time anyways. You don't usually post anything? Oh my goodness, you gotta start posting some of your work. So we can see it. Oh, you just watch and follow a lot. Okay, that's good. You can still learn a lot because a lot of the things that I know I learned off of YouTube. I really have. Anytime you want to learn how to do something, you just type it in and research it. And somebody should have at least one video. So the mother is almost done. And we're going to use this much darker gray here because everything is so light. The colors are really light, so we want these colors to pop a little bit. And so probably what's going to happen, let's see. Oh, we got to print through the gray first before we put down the Mylar. And we're right at step number 8 as soon as this finishes up. Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in this gray color. And that one is going to print for 7 minutes. And it's probably going to print right over the groom, right there. And then you can see the picture here on the monitor where it's going to print. And you see the groom right here. So that's what it's going to print out next. We are 8 colors in of the 12. 19 minutes into it with 47 total minutes to print out this entire block here. So let's go through and change the thread. Okay. We're changing our thread here. And we're going to put in the dark gray. Now, once this prints out, then I can go ahead and put in the Mylar. I'll put the Mylar on. Okay. So we're making progress. That's 1 block down almost. I hope I can finish all this by September the 13th, though. I've got to get something to cut this thread on the side. So let's see. I'm going to thread the needle. Okay. So let's go ahead. Press a foot where it's thread color 8. Let's go. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I agree with you. You do this entirely for creative outlet and relaxation. Yes. And it's nice just to see how the projects come together. Also, I'll see how that darker gray looks on there. That's going to be nice. You know, and especially once we put that Mylar over there, over top of it. Okay. Yeah, I do mine for relaxation too. It's nice. And I'm going to make sure that I only put 1 sheet of Mylar over the top, because before I put 2 sheets, I had a really hard time taking it off, because usually when you just put your 1 sheet, because that's all it always called for, is just 1 sheet. And when you put 2 sheets over there, it thickens it a lot. And I had a hard time taking that off. And I was talking and was not paying attention to what I was doing. So I'm trying to uncrunch, because I think it's going to go with the broom. I might be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. And I'm trying to uncrunch the Mylar. And it doesn't matter whether you crunch it up or not. It doesn't matter at all. It's going to just stitch right over top of this. This lasts a really long time. Yeah, the dark gray is nice, isn't it? Now that one is taking about 7 minutes to print. I don't know if it's going to be the dark gray. We're going to put, it might do both. It might do the mother of the bride. I can't really tell. Let's see. We got 9. It's going to be the J blue, then the gray. It might do both the mother and the groom with the Mylar. That's going to be a lot of sparkle. Thank you for tuning in. And I usually go for just an hour on the live, but I want to finish this up. So if you all have other things that you have to do, like go to work or anything else that you were working on, I do understand if you don't want to stick around with me until this is completed. But you're welcome to stay as long as you like, because I'm just going to stick here until I finish this one up. Because that was one of my goals this morning, to get on here live and have some of my stitching buddies on here and finish up this particular block. Because I can get work done when I have other people online. It's sort of hard sometimes for me to get it done when I'm just by myself. It makes life a lot easier. So this one is almost done. And then after this is done, stitching out, then the Mylar goes on. I may stitch it all at once. I can't imagine it stitching it all at once. It's gonna do the mother and the groom, because those are 2 different colors. And how she has it designed, once you lay the Mylar down, it stitches out around it and then it fills it in, because it has to hold it onto your project or the fabric. So let's see what we have. Okay, here we go. Almost done and holding. Almost about to make it. I'm excited about the Mylar going on. That's always an exciting part. Okay, let's see what we have. And when the Mylar stitches down, once it stitches down all over the entire letter, it's so easy to pull up. That's why I say I gotta watch closely that you don't put it down double. It's gonna be interesting to see which one they do first. And I think it's the mother they're gonna do first. And with that being said, I'm going to use this color over that blue. And we'll see what happens. Let's see how it's going to change that color. Yes, there it is. Okay. I was right. So what it's going to do is the Mylar is going down next, because after we finish printing out that gray color, it says, I'll show it to you on the screen here. See that? There it says mother and groom. So it's going to use that. The Mylar is going to go over the entire thing. It's going to stitch it down. The mother will be filled in. And then you'll probably go back with some gray with the groom. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so let me change the color out. And now you get a chance to see the Mylar go down. Let's change out the thread. So I'm changing out the thread here. Okay. And let's see what we have. I'm standing up changing out thread this morning. It's just a lot easier to get to whenever you're filming. Okay. Now I can sit down. Okay, here. So let's go in front of the camera all the time. Okay, so now since it is printing or stitching out, I always say printing, but stitching out that particular part. So now we're going to take the Mylar. Okay, there it is. Let me back it up a little bit so that you back up the camera so you all can see. I'm just going to use just a half of this sheet and place it right over here. Okay, so I'm going to go through and tear off. I'm just going to break off a piece at the bottom. So now I still have all of this sheet I can fold up and put back in the packet. And it really doesn't take much, and the sheets are pretty big. Because I've been using, I don't know how many blocks that I've made with Mylar. That I have been using for a while. And then she's got other beautiful designs. So I got the one on the lake. That's really pretty as well. Okay, so now that we have the Mylar in place, and let me double check to make sure I only have one sheet. I've changed the thread out to blue. And so let's go through and stitch it down. There we go. Okay, all I got to do now, press the foot down, and let's go ahead and press go. Let me take you closer in. And so it's going around the outline. And she's got all kinds of designs. You would love it. And it just holds in place. And it's still using that same blue thread, and it's going to do the mother all over and trim this around and then come back and stitch this in with the gray color or whatever color I put over there. And I still think I use that darker gray. And so this is what's going to give it that shine and sparkle. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'm so grateful this morning. I'm just grateful every morning, but I am grateful this morning. So you don't have to worry about it slipping or sliding. Oh, you're welcome. Sharita, you're welcome. I didn't mind. I was going to have to work on this anyways. I'm glad that you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope that you gained something from it. That's great. Thank you so much for tuning in with me this morning, because like I said, this was just all of a sudden, and I didn't know if I would have anybody on to go live, and I'm a morning person anyways, so I'm grateful to you tuning in. I thought I would just be on here talking by myself. Like I said, you can watch this, you can press over it, and it will still stay intact. So now it should go back once it's finished outlining mother. Now it's going to go back and fill the name in. And you can see how the color is just popping through. That is so amazing. So you have to check out her designs on Purely Gates. When I saw this and saw how it worked, I was just amazed at what it does. Now on the Mylar designs, you cannot go through these and resize them. Whatever size the design is, that's what size you must go with. Because what happens, it shifts through the Mylar. So that is taking shape. So you can really see it there. Yeah, check out those designs. It's got some beautiful ones. That one is showing. I'm going to show you some of the other ones that I've done too as well. They're so pretty. I just can't get over how beautiful they are. I'll show you this one. That's one too. Is that not gorgeous or what? I just gotta love it. I just can't believe how I don't even know if the camera does it justice. Oh yeah, when I hold it like that, you see the simple does not have any Mylar on it. But look here at the water. See how pretty that is. That's one of her newest designs out. The lake design. Oh, there we go. Are you all still with me? Oh, yeah, I'm showing it. Oh, I was like, I got all that double stuff up there. Okay, so here's another one. Back it up a little bit so you can see it. That's the one I did the double Mylar sheet on. And that was way too much. I had a hard time getting that Mylar off of that one because I put two on there. And this is one. the hubby. They did turn out pretty, didn't they? Yeah. So I had to share that with you. So let's see where we are now. Let me zoom in and out. Oh, that is sparkly, isn't it? The color is coming through. I like that. So make sure that I always use those two color blues together anytime I'm going to blue on that quilt. I don't know what color blue I used for the hubby, but that one came out really nicely. Well, don't forget to check out coupon code for the Sotec hoop if you need any more hoops there. I have a coupon code in the description. And check out some of the videos too. Yeah, I love that. It's going to be interesting to see what the gray on the groom, how it's going to turn out. Move it over and move it up. There we go. I think I'm learning how to operate the camera just a little bit. It has been a learning curve. I thank you all for sticking with me on this. I do appreciate it so much. Thank you all for being a part of the Grace of Elegance community. Thank you all so much. Okay, so we're done with the mother. And let's see what we have. There it is right there. Let me see if I can get the camera into it just right. I'm trying to look at the camera. Maybe I should just look through the main thing on the camera instead of trying to look at my computer. This is a lot easier. So see how pretty that is? Now let's go ahead and put the gray on and see what we have. Oh, so before we put the gray on, it's going to outline the mother in outline too. So let's see what it calls for on the sheet. So that was we finished then we're going to do a blue over top of that. So I'm going to use a darker blue to cover the outline here. Okay. Instead of black, I'm going to use a darker blue there. And see what that looks like. I think I'm going to use this color blue. That's a good dark color. Okay, let me go ahead and change the thread. Let's see what we have here. And then we're going to try that darker blue and see what that's going to look like. Okay. We're changing the thread. Getting my workout this morning. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. So now we got the darker thread on here, and we're gonna see what that's gonna turn out like. Instead of using black, we'll use the dark blue to trim it in. I think that's gonna be pretty. She used a really dark gray, a dark grayish color. So we're at color number 10. Yeah, she used that greyhound gray. I just make just some subtle changes. We're almost to the end. I can't wait until they do the groom. And for you to see take this Mylar and tear it off of the design. That is pretty neat how that comes out too. Oh, that's turning out really pretty. It is pretty shiny, isn't it? Oh, you like the butterfly? Oh, I just saw your message where you like the butterfly on the other one. Oh, that's turning out great. Here, let's close up here. I like that dark blue. I like it a lot. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the groom. So let's change out the thread. And I'm gonna put in that dark gray color that I originally stitched it out with. So let's do that. I'm still gonna go back and use this dark gray here. Okay, let's see what we have. Changing thread out. Yeah, that blue is very pretty. I need to probably write those down on a sheet so I know exactly what color blues I use. So I can keep up with it. Move the camera over just a little bit while I thread the needle. Okay. This is where I lose a lot of thread. I need to find a little cutter, thread cutter, so I can put right here on the side. So I can just stick it there. Then I won't have to reach all the way around. Okay, so let's thread our needle. So now we're gonna move on to the groom. And let's see what this gray color and how it looks over that particular design. Tomorrow morning I might be back on again with another live. Because morning works better for me. Now on Saturday I have a live at 8 o'clock. But I will always send out a notification for my lives. So I have a live on Saturday at 8 on Saturday. And I may do another live in the morning so I can get through these blocks here, because that really helps motivate me to go ahead and reach those goals. I like the gray. What do you think, Sharita? Do you like this gray too? Let's see. It is there. Now the colors are really popping against that white. You like them both? Okay. The colors are really popping against each other, or popping against that, off of that white. Just wait until I take this off. That's going to be really nice. So it takes about 9 minutes for the gray color to print out. And then it wants us to trim it out in some blue. So I think I might use the same blue that I used on the mother. We'll see what kind of blue that it says. Oh, it has the color blue. I'm going to use a different color blue then. I may go back and use that blue gray right there. Hey, Terry, good morning from Ohio. You love the Mylar effect? I love it too. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I got up this morning and just decided that I'd go live this morning. This was not planned. I think I'd go live in the morning too, tomorrow morning. So this wasn't planned at all, because I'm so excited. We're celebrating 700 subscribers. Yay! And we're working up to 1,000. So make sure you all share, like, subscribe, and go out and tell everybody the good news. So I'm excited. So I couldn't get any sleep. I'm a morning person anyways. Thank you. I am truly excited. We haven't met the goal yet, but guess what? Every little moment is a celebration. I love the way that gray is popping. It was so shiny. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's the weather in Ohio? Because it is hot in Georgia. It is very hot in Georgia. My husband is from Michigan, and he said he still likes the hot weather better than the cold, though. Right now, I could live with a little bit of the cooler weather. But I really like the way this design is turning out. So I think the only two places the Mylar is going to go is on the mother and then on the groom. Now looking at the design, I wish I would have gone with where it says the mother of the bride, with something a little bit darker right there. There it is there. Let's see what you all are saying. I'm originally from, oh, you're from Michigan? Sharita? Oh my gosh, too. Born and raised in Detroit. Okay. Yes. How wonderful. All right, I gotta tell him that. He lived in Lithonia. Is it Lithonia? Livonia. Yeah, Livonia. Yeah, Livonia. We got a place in Georgia named Livonia, but it was Livonia. So yes. Y'all had a storm last night. Beautiful today. Expecting more hot weather next week too. Oh man, I'm looking forward to fall. Oh, you're very familiar with it? Okay. Yeah, that's where he was born and raised and from. It's a small world after all, isn't it? Thank you all so much for the thumbs up. I appreciate the love, people. Thank you all. You are the best today. You all have made my morning. So we're coming on down to the M. So we're making progress. Cut this out. We're making progress. So I met a lot of neat people today. Thank you all so much for sticking it out with me this morning. So I'll probably be back on here tomorrow morning because I have at least quite a few blocks that I need to complete before September 13th. And I really want to have this done by September the 5th. I don't want to be rushing in waiting on the last minute. And then this is what the quilt, that's sort of like my layout of the quilt there and the different blocks that's going to be on there. I did this in my software, my quilting software, and copied the pictures on in there so I could see. You're looking forward to cooler weather too? Get me inspired to start my Christmas party. I know. I need to work on that because I have a festival to go to in November and I have not started on anything. So I really need to get in here and put these machines to work because usually we do shaved ice or we won't do it in November. But in November, it's hot here. So we could still do it then, but we wanted to do something a little differently and just try to embroider a couple of things. So I'm looking for a place where I can get some bags, just the regular, I guess, sort of like duffel bags and teacher bags. So I can embroider a letter on for the people or their name. It would be nice if I could do that Mylar there, huh? Just for lettering. That would be pretty. Maybe stitch out one initial and then go back over it with the Mylar. That would be really pretty. Oh, just gave myself some ideas. So I don't even know what I think would really sell at a festival, embroidery work, but I know those bags probably sell. Anything that you put initial, put people's monogram things. People love that monogram, and so I may give it a go. It'll be an experience. Okay, so now we're gonna it's calling for a different color blue thread. So I think I'm gonna do this blue gray looking thread over it and see what it looks like. But you know what? If we make a mistake on it, guess what we can always do with embroidery? We can go back over it, right? So I think with this Mylar, there's no real mistakes. But we're gonna give it a go and see what it looks like. So I'm threading the needle. Threading the needle now, and then it's going to go back over there. And that is, guess what, people? That is the very last one. And now we'll get a chance to look at it up close and personal because now we can go ahead and remove the Mylar. Okay, let's thread the needle here. And put the purser foot down. Let's see what that's going to look like. I hope that color does great. Let us go. And it's the blue grayish looking thread, so hopefully that'll work out fine. Let's see, is it not? Yeah, it's popping a little bit. Not like the much darker thread. Oh, but it's coming through. Yeah, it's making its own. Okay, so it had to go back over it double. So I had to see that. Oh yeah, it's pretty. Oh yeah, it's coming together. Oh, it's so nice. Yes. So that looks good. Oh, you gotta love it. I like it. So as soon as that is done, what we're gonna do is take it, remove the hoop from the machine, and what we're going to do is remove the Mylar, so we can get a chance to really see what it looks like. So I can put a check off on the mother of the groom. That one is completed. Thanks to you all. Thank you guys so much for helping me with this. You know how it is, you know you got to do something, but you just hate to get out there and go do it. But you got other people with you, you can get it done. Yay. So the mother of the groom, I can cross that out. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 or 8 more to go. Yes, if I can finish all of these block this week, then I can start looking for the other fabric for the back end, and if I'm going to add some other fabrics to it or not. So we have to wait and see. But at least I can move forward and getting it done before the wedding. Oh, that looks good. I like it. Okay, we're gonna see what we have. Oh, oh my goodness, I thought I had lost y'all there. Okay, for a quick second, I think I did. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this out. There we go. Oops, there we go here. There we go. Hello? No, don't take any of that this morning. Let me call you right back. Okay, my mom called in. Okay, so here we go. This is how it looks. Let me go ahead and remove the Mylar. Let's see what it looks like without the Mylar. And let me find a way so that you all can be able to see. Let's see. There we go. Trying to get where you all can take a look. Yeah, you lost me for a quick second because I was moving around and I stepped on the cord and pulled it out. I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't lose my peeps this morning. So anyway, so here we go. Which way do I want to do this? I'm trying to figure out how I want the camera. Okay, here we go, like this. Y'all, I am just fooling around with this camera. So for you all that may, there we go. Maybe that'll work. Okay, so let's get with taking it off. This is the fun part. Now, this is the part where it is definitely what? Relaxing. Because now you know you got a complete block, what? Done already. Okay. Just trying to get you up as close as I possibly can. Okay, so let's take it off. And we're just going to take it and pull it off here. Okay. And this is all you do. I'll go back and clean it up later. You know, take all the little small pieces. And I keep all the little pieces because you never know what you might have to, when you might need to use it. Okay. So now I'm going to have to sit down for this before I was just standing up. Okay. Now I'm going to have to bring out some tools to get in between there. Okay. So let's get out my little handy dandy tools. And let's see what we have. Maybe use one of these. And because then I can squeeze up in here like this. And maybe a seam ripper too will help as well. And I need my little tweezers. Let's see. Get your camera right, June. Let's see. There we go. We'll just take the seam ripper and go in here first. And be really careful because you don't want to take away any of the rip any of the threads. And it's a whole lot easier when you do it with the seam ripper and then come in with maybe some tweezers. Okay. And I'll go back and clean this up and just get as much as I can right now with the seam ripper. And you can see how pretty that is. Okay, let's turn it around on the other side. And the paper still held up pretty good on the back. It did stitch out nicely, didn't it? Turned out good. Let's see if I can get some of the rest of this off. Okay. It's coming through. I'm trying to get the camera where I can. Okay, let's see. we go. Okay. Okay. Where's my little handy dandy vacuum cleaner? I have a little handheld vacuum cleaner that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's so cutesy. And sometimes I just use it to pick up a lot of this Mylar sheets. There we go. Ripping it right out. But if this was double layered, it'll still come out easily, but it's just a tad bit tougher there. Okay. Take that on out. And I need my tweezers in here. Now let me get my M. Now this is satisfying too. Okay. Okay, there we go. I almost got it all. So let me get my vacuum cleaner and show you how it looks. Cleaned up a little bit more. I'll come back through here with my tweezers later and pull the rest of it out. And clean it up the way it should be. Okay, let me get my little handy dandy vacuum cleaner here. But it turned out beautifully. I love the way the colors went together on that. So I have my vacuum cleaner here. Because this Mylar sticks to your hand. The vacuum cleaner that I use. Got that from the Dollar Tree and I love it. To help clean up any of the little threads, or especially when I'm doing this kind of work. Okay, let's see here. And we're almost there. And some of this I just clean up later. You ought to see, I want to take it out the hoop for you. You'll still see a little pieces of the Mylar. I need to make sure I have my tweezers next time. I gotta find them like I have to find everything else. Okay. Okay, let's vacuum it once more. Terry said it came out great. It did, didn't it? Okay, here we go. And I've got some, little loose threads there that, I can go back up and doctor in on, fix it up. So let's see what we got. Let's take it out of the hoop. I got some other little things that I can go through here and snip and snip and snip. But that's pretty good for right now, not having my tweezers handy. I'll make sure I have them tomorrow morning next time. Okay, let's see how it looks. Let's take it out of the hoop. This is where I've got it taped up on the back. And there it is. Let's hold this up. Trying to hold it up. Hold it up, hold it up, hold it. There we go. Bring it over here, bring it over. I'm trying to look at it through, and I should look at it through the camera background. Let me see. Make sure I don't step on the cord anymore. There we go. What do you all think? Who's getting married? My granddaughter is getting married, and this is a surprise. And she doesn't know that I'm stitching this out, and we're going to hang it up at the wedding. It came out pretty good, didn't it? Oh, thank you. Those colors you all said looks beautiful. So this is what, and look how this just shimmer. Just so, and the camera doesn't do it justice because, the way the light hits it and everything. So I am pleased. So we got this one. This is one of the ones that also I just finished up here. See that one? And this is by Purely Gates. Yeah, this is going to be a nice surprise, and she's not going to believe that. There we go. So I'll be on here tomorrow morning working on another one of these if I don't finish them all up today. But I'm going to come back and do another live tomorrow. So I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope that all of you all that's on here decided to subscribe, share, and like and comment. I do appreciate it. I thank you all, if you did, for being a part of the Grace of Elegance community, whether you subscribed or not. I can't tell you how much I really appreciate you all being here this morning, because this is just something that I decided to do all of a sudden. And I do thank you all so much. It was so nice for me. And so we see you on tomorrow if you decide to tune in. I try to tune in at 6 o'clock. So anyways, I want to thank you all again so much and have a fantastic day. Don't forget to go out and tell someone just how much you care. And keep on stitching. Bye.